refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another great episode of FFC. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? How's week 7? I know there are some heartbreaks. Breaking news. If you are sitting in fantasy football right now with 1 or 2 wins at the end of week 7, your playoff chances are pretty much gone. I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's going to be a long climb from here. We still got a lot of bye weeks to get through. So therefore, if you're losing and your great players haven't had a bye week yet, obviously you see what that's going to end up doing to your team down the line. So it is at that point of the season where we have to say goodbye. Yeah, like no playoffs. Now, I'm not saying don't continue to play fantasy football. Are you going to be playing as a loser? Of course. Let's be real. I mean, you lost. You're not going anywhere. But can you be the deciding factor for other people's teams? Absolutely. What does that mean? You can call somebody else not to go to the playoffs because you stayed strong and you fought it out and you got a win you shouldn't have got and he got a loss he shouldn't have had. And now all of a sudden, he's sitting there with you in the losers bracket in the consolidation round. So look, just because you didn't make it doesn't mean you give up on your team. It just means you have to be relentless to destroy somebody else's. All right? Okay, this ain't a friendly game. That's where people get fantasy football misconstrued. This ain't no friendly family. I've seen friendship ruined over fantasy football. Okay? I've seen couples go in, all right, and a couple say, screw them. Because why? Yeah, they weren't the people you thought they were until fantasy football came around and they denied your trade. Y'all was friends, had wine every night, had dinner every Sunday. Now all of a sudden you see each other once a month. I'm telling you, fantasy football is dangerous. So don't come into this game friendly. For what? You come play against me, here are the 2 rules you're going to understand by coach. Coach don't trade, and coach don't trade. So just bypass me, go to somebody else. And I do go in there and deny trades. If I don't like it, that's going to hurt me in the long run. I don't like that trade denied. No, I be one of them people. You dang all right. You should have drafted better. How about that? You should have drafted better. All right. So, we had week 7 of football. I started off wrong because I picked the Pittsburgh Steelers and they lost to the Bengals and over. Hey, look, it was the Unk Bowl. It was a good Unk Bowl. One Unk was cheerful. One Unk almost broke like a pencil. Hey man, look, man. Hey, look, you can't be jumping on Aaron Rodgers like that, bro. Hey, if I'm not, but I swear to God, we get some of the funniest moments of anger, right? This is the same guy that goes on his serenity retreats and stays in the woods for like 123 days, whatever you call it, and come back out emerged like a butterfly off mushrooms. You can't touch him. He has some of the most funniest, angry moments on field, not off the field. Off the field, he's like, on the field, bro. Aaron Rodgers is he's a terror. I'm just saying, I've seen that man get a little too angry I don't get it. Look, dude jumped and fell on that's 300 pounds. Dude was like, I don't eat meat, get off me. Buddy Bones fragile, okay? That's why he's standing there with the tush push with his Superman on his hips, you know what I mean? Whereas you have other people like Batman punching it in. And about the tush push. Okay. That laying a lineman in the front like that. Here is some of the major issues with running that stupid play like that. Okay. One, somebody's going to break that lineman's back. Okay. Too much leverage. Too much. Number two, somebody's going to step on that calf and ruin that calf. Number three, that ankle might roll wrong. Number four, he might snap his wrist. You see come on now, like there is just too many safety issues. Because what are they doing? The people that are behind him, they got their hands on him. Let him push. That's too. You guys are gonna break this man. Okay? No. Whoever came up with this play has to be the most ignorant coordinator I've ever seen. You want to know why? Because look, the whole purpose of them doing that, right, is to stop the forward momentum of who? Play the ball. I think it's the center. Okay, so times 2, carry 1, right? So if you put 2, sometimes you got to work out the math, right? So let me think. I've done this before. I do it on the goal line, or if I do it for inches, because I don't want to give me. Okay, so 2 times 1. Okay, so you got one center holding the ball, and you want to stop his forward momentum, right? Let's see, if you put a defensive lineman on his left side, if you put a defensive tackle on his right side, not like 2 keepers, they got 2 defensive tackles. So essentially, I think you come in with a 4-man front. Okay, so it's 1 times 3. So now, great. We got the math, right? We need 4 linemen on the line. Now, we need to make those 4 linemen 1. How do we do that? Remember, this is all to stop forward momentum. Okay, so the problem with their issue stopping the tush push is if you look at the diameter of the offensive line, what does it remind you of? It reminds me of a movie that I used to watch. It's called The Mighty Ducks. It has a similar flex of the flying V. Why would they create something like that? To hide the ball in the back. To keep it with them all the way forward. That's the purpose of the V. Okay, now we got the V down. We got the 4 linemen down. The thing about the V is it has a point. And who is that point? It is the center who goes backwards but forward. Okay, now, how do we stop that momentum? 4-man front. Let's go shoulder to shoulder. That's one. That's one. So all 4 linemen are literally shoulder to shoulder. Now, we aren't worried about anybody on the outside. We're worried about everything at the 0 mark. You two have one job, the defensive tackle and the defensive tackle. One job. I don't want you going after the ball. I don't want you going after the quarterback. I don't want you to care about what offensive line is around you because I got 2 of you. at the nose. You know what I want you two to do? I want you two and you two alone to hit the center. I want you to push the center back. The minute the ball is hyped, push him back. I don't care about that lineman they're trying to cheat in. He can cheat in all he wants because all he's going to do is catch your shoulder, or he's going to catch that other defensive tackle or lineman, okay, the defensive end that's literally on your shoulder. See, he is the distraction. He is for that lineman that likes to creep in where it should be, encroachment on the line, but they don't call it. You know what I mean? That's what he is for. Because everybody on that front four is shoulder to shoulder. It's a shield. It is literally a shield for that guy. Okay? Because that's where the ball comes from the quarterback when he does tush push. You understand what I'm saying? All right, but you got two shields in case they try to go on the other side. Okay, here's the other key. Now that you have your four-man shield, two of them alone are going at the center, right? Guess what the other two on the outside are doing? They're just going straight in. And that is to cripple those linemen that like to cheat. They're just going straight. Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to push back. Now, how many players on the field? This is a dead serious question. How many players on the field? There's 11, right? On each side, right? Half of this team on the offensive side, the ball is literally trying to push forward. Where should the other 11 people go? Let's think. Well, if we are running a tush push, first things first. Hey, safety. I want you to come all the way up with my linebackers. All the way up. My two inside linebackers, because I'm running a 4-4 defense, by the way. 4-4 defense, okay? My other two linebackers, my inside. You know where I want you? I want you on the booty of the two tackles that are going at the center. Because guess where you're going? Right up behind them. Yeah. My two outside linebackers have no business being outside because they're going to be on the, like that. They're going to be, I got the defensive tackle, right? So they're going to be on the outside here, right? So they can cut in on that V. Both of them can cut in on that V. All of this is to push the force back. So there is no gaps. This is just push for push. That's all it's going to be. Push for push. But if you don't line your people up properly, that's why they're always going to get that in. But you got to know how to put people inside the gaps and stop the gaps properly. You got to know what defense to run. And I'm sorry, I call it the 4-4 type. I got 4 linemen. I got 4 linebackers. My corners and safeties are basically there for inside help because they're not. What are you going outside for? The ball ain't going outside. And to be quite honest with you, I might be ignorant enough to take both them corners off the field when I see the stupid tush push. Okay, because what I might do if I'm smart, right? Let's say because I don't want to get caught for wrong man on the field. No. That's what you say timeouts for. Because if I see the tush push, oh, perfect. I'm calling timeout. You gonna run because you gonna run it again. You gonna have to run it. You didn't run it, right? You gonna run it. The moment I see you put the tush push on the field, I'm gonna run it. Because see, I'm not going to put the wrong defense out there. I will waste the timeout to come back. All right, no, do these. Everybody run the tush push. Go line out there, just like that. Because why would you not line up in the tush push if that's what you're just about to do? It's the same thing as you line up for a kick. Oh, let me ice the kicker. You still got to line up and kick that ball, right? Yeah. You still finna line up and do a tush push. So, 4-4 tight. Let's go. Thank you. I'll get my ball back. Thank you. Because you're not gonna get it. But I'm not gonna let you run a tush push while I'm out in the wrong defense. I will burn the timeout to come out here and run the right defense. I promise you. But you won't run that tush push on me. I just really, it's weird to me that nobody in the NFL has figured out how to stop this stupid play. It's not that hard. It is an inch play. It's like a half an inch play. It's just an alteration of the quarterback's sneak. They've, again, like I've told you, they've just shielded the line in the flying V formation, okay, to create that wall push, to create the strength. That's all they're doing because everything is designed by the push of that center. If he can't get off, where's the play going to go? Because you got to remember, the quarterback is coming up behind the center. He can fall all he wants, but as long as he doesn't fall forward, If he falls into you, because I got two people pushing against it, guess where he's going? Nowhere. Guess where the tush push is going? Up. Quarterback can't go in. There's too many people. I got the two linebackers cutting in. It just, I don't know. It's weird to me that I almost feel like nobody wants to stop, to be quite honest with you. It's not a hard play to stop. Every play in the NFL can be stopped. There's no such thing as an unstoppable play. You just got to know how to use your brain. That's quite simple as that. All right. Anyway, enough about the tush push. Let's get into these games that I pretty much fumbled all week. Week 7 was not kind. Week 7 was nowhere near kind. As you can see, the Bengals came out of nowhere and just torched the Steelers defense for 33 points. That was crazy. Again, the Up Bowl was it was an amazing game to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. Great. Both teams actually came out and had a great game. What was it? Lil just beat Big Ump. Wait, which one's older? Is Flacco older than Rodgers? I think Rodgers won his before Flacco, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go relook at that. Mind you, these might be the last two with Matthew Stafford. He like the last 3 we got, I think, of that era of football, because Matthew Stafford was one of the ones that kind of came after Brady and them. So he kind of came into that new regime of quarterbacks with Aaron Rodgers, with Russell Wilson. We got 3 left. we got 3 of them left. 4 if you count Russell Wilson. I don't know, with the way they're doing him, bro. They are destroying. Actually, see, and I can't defend what I was just about to say. I was about to say with the way they're doing him, but see, that's been my issue with Russell Wilson. I feel like he does it to himself. I'm sorry. I have watched this game a long time, and I know a selfish player when I see one, and I'm sorry. He has always just been about him. It may not have shown that way in his first couple of years in the NFL. Why? Because, I mean, everything was handed to him, right? It was just like, but like the moment they all won the Super Bowl, it's almost like the team couldn't move without Russell Wilson, which was wrong and weird because they had Marshawn Lynch. They had a great kicker. I'm still going to call that out because I'm sorry. They had every great piece they needed and then do it again. And that's why I truly believe Marshawn Lynch when he says when that interception happened in the Super Bowl, he walked over to Pete Carroll and laughed in his face and walked off. Why? Look, I am a Tom Brady fan. I don't know how much to stress that, but I will look you dead in your face and tell you there is no way he should have won that Super Bowl. You hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. He walks it in. It's a game over. And I don't care what you say. I'm about as stern as that when I tell you Ben Roethlisberger should only have 1 Super Bowl because he did not cross the plane. His helmet crossed the plane. The ball did not cross the plane. And he should not be a Super Bowl champ against the Seattle Seahawks. Sean Alexander should be a Super Bowl championship against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You understand what I'm saying? So if I hold strong to what I see and what I know, and there's just certain things I will never, ever, 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 ever let go. And that one is you are a 2-time Super Bowl championship team if you hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch, and there is no other way to explain it. You are only a 1-time Super Bowl champ because you tried to be smarter than Bill Belichick, who has basically have shown film of them running against that play specifically, and you ran it. That's the part that kills me. If the world saw the film of Bill Belichick's practice against your play, you chose in the biggest light, in the biggest moment of your career to run that dumbass play. I'll pay the fine. That's what you chose. You didn't choose to alter it. That's why he hopped the route. That's why he was beat in practice, because he didn't hop the route in practice, because he didn't see it. That's what they practiced. He went to sleep with that damn play on his mind, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He saw the crack. He hopped the route, pick. You ran that play and you should not have. Honestly, you should have lined up the way you did. You should just get the ball off. But you didn't. I don't know what you were thinking. I watched that game, didn't know what you were thinking. Same way as I watched that game, didn't know what the hell Cam Newton was thinking by looking at the ball. I didn't understand none of that. But you gave that one to Brady. Brady should only have 6. You only have 6. Okay? Should not have that one. I don't know what to tell you, but you gave it to him. He got it now. But yeah, a lot of that Seattle Seahawks claim to fame was because of the 12-man and Marshawn Lynch. I'm so sorry. It was not because of Russell Wilson. And Russell got big-headed, and he got, I-ish. And, I mean, he's not a team player. He never has been. I mean, think of, again, he gets benched for his bad play in New York, right? And I've just never heard so many I come out of somebody's mouth who was on a team that needs some leadership. Because the eyes you weren't saying is how bad you were playing. Not once did you address any of that. You just addressed the fact that you believe you can still do it. You believe you still got it. You can still go down here and win. That's all you. But not how bad you were playing. Anyway, enough ranting. So we got the Bengals. I took that L. Bengals beat the Steelers. Rams, Jaguars. I took that one. Hey. What's funny is I keep. So somebody, hey man, Travis Hunter finally got a touchdown. Let me explain something to y'all. That's what. I get it. Yeah, the kid, he finally got one. They lost 35-7, bro. That's the highlight you want me to be more concerned with? Is that the Jaguars finally got Travis Hunter a touchdown after 7 weeks? A rookie? That shouldn't have been the concern of their team, was showing him off, because that's exactly what they've been doing this whole time. I hope you guys have noticed that. And that is why they look so bad, because their focus has not been about football. I don't remember the last time the Jaguars came out here to play football. But this is what happens when you put a swimming pool in your stadium. You're not concerned about football at all. Show me where you are. You got an overpaid quarterback. You have one receiver that people think are digressing. I just honestly think he needs to go to another team before he does digress. And it's only his second year, and I'm saying that because they are wasting Brian Thomas. I'm sorry. They don't have a running game. The defense is and there's nothing about when I watch a Jaguars football game says let's go out here and win a football game, fellas. Nothing about it. Nothing. So the Rams handled them with graceful business, 35-7. That Travis Hunter got a touchdown. That's what y'all want me to be worried about? Wow, that's crazy. Let's see. Saints, Bears. Bears are on a roll. I mean, their schedule kind of helps out with that. They don't have a really tough schedule. But the games they should be winning, they're winning. So that's what they're getting. Right now they have a winning record. They won 26-14. I got that one. So I'm right now 2-1. Patriots, Titans, 31-13. Look, I love April. He looked at all y'all in the face and said, I'm not going to get for no revenge. I'm like, no, let me explain something to you. He got revenge when he left the Tennessee Titans. And Kraft made a call. So, you're one of the best defenders that we had for our organization. You won a few Super Bowls with us. So you understand how to win. You understand what a champ. You understand this organization's hunger for championship need. Okay, we have a young quarterback. Yeah, I'm on the way. I'm on the way, Kraft. I'm on the way. You didn't you didn't think anybody was licking their chops to get a hold of Drake May? He is again number 2 for MVP in his 3rd year. You know what I'm saying? He's number 2 right now. Maybe number 3. Golf is having a game. He's having a year. I can't like knock that. You know what I mean? But that was no revenge. He got his revenge when, again, I told y'all this. They can spin the story all they want because they did change the story, but I promise you, he did not like what changes were happening when the new ownership took over. He went and spoke to them. They didn't care what he had to say. He left. It was as simple as that. Somebody cares what Mike Vrabel has to say. And look at the Patriots now. Oh. So yeah, Tennessee, you got, but it wasn't a revenge. No. It was humbleness that he was able to be on the sideline and coach a game he wanted to coach and didn't have to worry about the stresses of who's over his shoulder. Oh, we won 31-13. Panthers, Jets. Look, Justin Fields got benched. Okay, Eric Glenn needs to be fired. You shouldn't have had Justin Fields. Okay, look, you paid a quarterback $40 million for 2 years. You basically essentially paid 2 franchise tags, which means what? You knew he wasn't good when you had him on this team. You should not have Justin Fields on the team, which means somebody in your organization does not know how to scout properly. They don't know how to look for players because there is nobody. You can't tell me you couldn't find a quarterback. You cannot tell me that. You really can't. You could have had Dylan Gabriel. I'm sorry. Did you see what he just did to the Dolphins? You could have had that. I'm not even advocating for Dylan Gabriel, but I'm just saying, like, Justin Fields, you're 0-7. You have not won a single football game, and you're not pandering for the first pick. You're actually just sucking right now. Your own receivers are yelling at you at the sideline. You have no leadership capability. You are a clown. And I hate to say that. I really do. I hate to use that word. But, I mean, what else am I supposed to say? You are in the New York media. You look at Dabo, on the other hand, in the New York media. Look at what this dude's got to deal with in the New York media. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? He deals with the same abuse. And I'm not advocating for Dabo. I've been calling for Dabo's job, and I'm still calling for Dabo's job. Because I don't think he can make this Giants team better. I think it needs to go to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? But look at what he's at least trying to do with this New York team. You, Eric Glenn, you're trash. Like you have no awareness of an offense and how to move the ball down the field. Sorry, I don't know what else you want me to say. You don't. You have no clue. You lost 13-6 to the Panthers. Now I gotta go back and look at my other tape and make sure I picked the damn Panthers for this game. Chiefs. I told y'all Gino was bad this year. I said there was no need for Gino to go to the Raiders. I said I didn't understand that pickup. I said they're not going to win a lot of football games. I gave them 6, and they are well on the way to not even getting that. I mean, 31-0. 31-0. And mind you, the Chiefs aren't good. They're okay. They're not a great team right now. They got a lot of work. They still got work to do throughout the season. They're going to work it out and they're going to sneak right into the playoffs. Hell, they might even steal first place the way the Chargers are playing. But 31-0 Raiders. Y'all itching for that first pick. That's what Raiders want that number 1 pick, but they're not gonna get it because the Jets can't win a football game. Ain't that crazy? All right, oh my God, Dolphins. You know, this clown show has got to stop. It really has to. Like, how do you? Oh my God, 31-6. Now, I told people the Dolphins weren't going to win this game anyway. Why? The Dolphins don't have a defense. The Browns at least have a great defense. Dolphins ain't got no defense. And look what that did. 31-6. Dolphins were only able to put up 6 points. Look, y'all keep thinking I'm playing when I keep saying this. And I saw a rumor out there. And I love when I see these rumors because I've already spoken about it. Now it's a rumor. No, it ain't a rumor. It's about to happen. And mind you, has anybody checked on him lately? I love Walking Dead. I'm talking about Jalen Waddle. Has anybody checked on Jalen Waddle lately? Anybody see how he's doing? I have. Anybody notice anything about him? Oh, he unfollowed the Miami Dolphins. Trade deadline coming up, ain't it? Uh-huh. Yeah. Still is looking for a wide receiver, and they're a winning organization. Who else is looking for a wide receiver that's a winning organization? Oh, the Chargers could use a wide receiver as a winning organization right now. The Chiefs could use a receiver as a winning organization right now. I'm just spitballing right here, right? I'm spitballing. The Patriots are a winning organization that could use a wide receiver. The Rams are a winning organization that could use a wide receiver. The Vikings are a winning organization that can use wide receiver. They got Justin Jefferson out here looking like a king against anybody who throws the football, which is, I love wide receivers like that. I really do. Broncos could use another wide receiver. 49ers could use a wide receiver. Yeah, I did the 6-7 thing. I got 2 kids. I'm sorry. I'm Buccaneers. They got one going down. I'm just spitballing. But Jalen Waddle, you people keep talking like a fan. And I keep addressing this as the NFL is a business. He's getting traded. And if he's not getting traded this year, he will be getting traded in the offseason. But I have a feeling he'll be traded by the trade deadline. You don't just unfollow a team because you're upset. You work for them, but you can unfollow them if you're ready to leave. And if you are leaving, then you're just waiting for people, you got to understand, certain things will be in the works before we even think about it, before we even know about it. So you fans may not want him to leave, but I told you them few games where Jalen Waddle was going on, he's advocating. They're advocating. They're going to move and restructure this entire team. Why? Because they can get rid of money that they paid him. That's why. Why? Because Tua holds $53 million on that roster, and now they have to restructure soon. So they got to get rid of money. I don't know what to tell you. That's how business works. So he'll be traded. 31-6 Miami. They're going to make all the wrong moves before they make the right ones. Let's say that. Eagles win over the Vikings 28-22. What a game that was. Controversy, I hate to say, but nonetheless, it was a great game. Broncos, that was a crazy. Let me tell you something. How are you, the New York Giants, with that kind of lead, and you blow it in a quarter and lose by a point? Now, you can call it Vegas. Me, I call that horrible coaching. I mean, how, my boy? You had the lead. You had a donut on these boys for, 3 quarters? Going into 4? And just like that. Just like that. The defense ran out of gas. And you coughed up 33 points in a quarter. Bad coaching. Bad coaching. Sorry. That's crazy to me, bro. Like, that is absolutely crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff in the NFL. That one might take the cake. I'm sorry. I thought the Josh Allen comeback was weird this year. This was crazy. A quarter? So we now know that we can drop 33 points in a quarter in the NFL? Y'all be telling on yourselves. That's what happened. Y'all tell on yourselves. You NFL professionals tell on yourselves on the field a little too much. I'm just sorry. Like I said, I watched that Buffalo Bills first game. You're down 25-40. Everybody dropping. Next thing you know, because you need the win, everybody's hands got glue. Crazy. But that's crazy. 33 points in a quarter. That's crazy. All right, we got the Colts and the Chargers. I can't remember who I picked in this game. I do want to say I picked the Colts, but I don't remember. I think I picked the Chargers. I got to go back and look. And I feel bad if I did. But great game for the Colts, 38-24. These boys are rolling. Please put respect on Daniel Jones's name. Please. He is playing some amazing football right now. I can't believe it's like we should believe it, because it's just the fact that the Giants just didn't know how to use them. Simple as that. They didn't. I don't even think they know how to use Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart is actually out there ad-libbing. I'm sorry. When you go out on a football game and score a touchdown, and you do this, hey, buddy, you did that on your own. That was not a design. That means you made something happen on the field to get that win. So sorry, but that was not coaching. That was Jackson Dart. And crap like that continues in these games. That's how he got hurt, by the way. He was out here doing Willie Beeman stuff. Okay, he was out here being Willie Beeman. If that continues, somebody's getting fired because you're going to get that kid hurt. Cannot be out here doing the Willie Beeman. But I understand why he did, for the fact that they needed to. Sometimes the leaders got to pull it out from somewhere and make things happen, and that's exactly what he did. You just cannot afford that with this young quarterback at this state, and you can't allow it to continue. And if it does, coach, you're in trouble. Packers, Cardinals. Let's see who threw the ball for the. Jordan Love needs to get so much better. I just don't like his numbers at all, bro. Jacoby Brissett, 25 for 36, 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they still lost. Again, Call of Duty's out. You know, he's getting ready to play. Because that boy ain't never been about football. I've never liked Kyler Murray. I've never liked his attitude towards football, towards the game. He's one of the millennials that just thinks that it's just, this is his job, but he's got other things to do. You got to dedicate your life to being a champion. That's what this game is about. It is a dedication. You dedicate your life to your job. I'm a chef. I dedicate my life to having nothing but amazing food touch every single table, every single time I'm in the kitchen. So much so, I don't even cook anymore. I make sure that my cooks are doing the job that I want, so that way every single item comes out and on these tables, absolutely amazing. And boy, do I get that kind of work from my boys, from my cooks. Okay, because I dedicate it and they see my dedication to it. See, that's the difference. They can't mimic me, but they are literally trying to mimic the dedication that I have to my job. Where is the dedication from Kyler Murray? It has never, ever been there. Never. You can't look me in my face and tell me any different. They looked that boy in his face and gave him money, and all they asked that boy to do was put in hours of work for his playbook. And I'm gonna play the fine. He bitched about it like a little girl. Oh, I do study. Like, I don't think this is fair. Like, what? You want me to still like, you're stupid. Like, you don't study, bro. You don't. They understand where your time goes. They know exactly where your time goes. Do you understand? They're paying you for that reason. So no, you have not shown up. And I honestly feel like the organization just didn't care after the fact that the coach ran away and went to Taiwan or whatever he won, came back, got another great job, which is crazy to me. And then you just got $280-something million just sitting on your roster, not doing anything but getting hurt every single year. This is the most accident-prone, running around in a circle quarterback I have ever. I'm not even calling this dude a quarterback anymore. Okay, I'm not. You know what he is? Action Jackson. Every time Action Jackson is on the field, he runs around in a circle like a tornado and just throws the ball up in the air, hoping to God somebody is in the area to catch the ball. He does not look down the field. He does not eye his progressions. He does not even set his feet, bro. Like, come on. And we are supposed to be subjected to this garbage every single week. And then we got to have these fans subjected to a backup for the half of the year, every year. So then go get an actual quarterback, bro. Like, come on. This has got to stop. You got people paying money to watch these games, and this is what you subject them to. Somebody who's not even there because he'd rather be sitting down playing Call of Duty. Look, I love playing games. I love playing Fortnite. You understand what I'm telling you? It is a fun game. I love it. But I have responsibilities and other things to do. Do you understand? Have I been able to incorporate it in my life? Absolutely. But it will never become the foreshadow of my life, because then I ain't going to, like, come on, I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting paid for it. So no, what I get paid for is what I foreshadow. What I have to raise is what I foreshadow. What I need to love, which is my wife, is what I foreshadow. You can't foreshadow other things like that, bro. Like, you're just gonna look like garbage, and that's exactly what it is. He foreshadows everything else except for what his responsibilities are. He has never been a leader of this team, and I don't understand how this organization can keep subjecting fans to this kind of abuse. At this point, you've been robbing the city of Arizona ever since Kyler Murray got paid. You have been robbing the city of Arizona. Sir, what do you want from me? You can't make the playoffs. You win a handful of games, and half of them ain't even in your stadium. Sorry. You are no good to your fans, Arizona. I don't know what else to tell you. Moving on, Cowboys, Commanders, Cowboys. What a game. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look, Commanders are just going through their sophomore slump. It happens. Some quarterbacks happen too, some don't. I always feel that it makes you stronger. And it's just what he's going through. It's a rough season because every coach has film on you now, buddy. You didn't have film on you last year. You're a rookie. They've studied you. They've broken your stuff down clip by clip, and they are abusing you. And it happens. You don't have an arsenal right now. You're young. It will develop, and that's what they want from you. Yeah, and here's the thing. Respectable coaches actually put you through the ringer to actually make you better. And I mean, literally, your opposing defensive coordinators, if they feel that you are that much of a threat to the NFL, they literally do this to you because is this going to make you stronger and make us have to work even harder against you, or do we got you? That's the point. So this right now is what if you're a Commanders fan, don't be too upset. This is what you want from your quarterback, to deal with the stress of the NFL. He's dealing with it at a young age. He's dealing with it in the second year. It's a rough season for him this year. Let it happen. Let it happen. Would they make the playoffs? They got to kind of get, they got to get themselves under their feet, man. They're doing. It's a rough season. And it should be. I personally think they might miss it by a game, but we'll see. We'll see. But this is what they need right now. Okay, he went up against an MVP candidate, and an MVP candidate put 44 points on his defense. I mean, this is what he needs to face. Exactly. Like he needs to make. And look, you're in a division that's not weak. They may be dealing with some issues. But again, like the Giants aren't weak, Cowboys aren't weak. They have a weak defense, but they're not weak altogether. The Eagles aren't weak. Okay, Commanders are not. This is a really good division. It's going to be a tough one to win because everything's going to be split. All these teams are good. But I think they'll win the next one, hopefully. But they took a beating, 44-22. Cowboys are on a roll. Cowboys right now I think are number one in the division, if not number two. I can't remember if they faced the Eagles yet. If they beat them, if they did, I gotta go. It's been a lot of games. I gotta go back and look. But they are top leaders in the division and in the AFC. I think they're number 3 in the AFC. I mean NFC. So sorry. All right, Sunday Night Football. We had the Falcons and the 49ers. I did pick the Falcons in this game. Disappointed loss. 49ers did win 20-10. Falcons can only put up 10 points against this defense. So that's pretty good. Hey, Robert Sauls is he's one of the great ones when it comes to the defense. So I should have put a little bit more respect on my man's name and get with this game. So I do apologize to my man for that one. And it's just because, look, I don't think the Falcons are great. I just don't think the 49ers offensively are that good. With everything that they're missing and dealing with. But I do believe that the Atlanta Falcons were rolling offensively. They were getting it together. But at the end of the day, they're still young. And I think the 49ers just kind of exposed that just a little bit and was able to come over with a great win. We had 2 Monday night double headers. One was a disappointment. We got a fear injury with Mike Evans. Look, you want the truth? He's old. Our Mike Evans is up there in unk status. You feel me? And his body has been through the ringer for years, and it's taking its toll. And he is a trooper. He is a fighter. He is fighting for Baker this year, but his body is fighting back. It's just what it is. He's an older man. He is strong. He's not weak, but his body is definitely fighting him back right now. And we just hope that he has a speedy recovery and he can last for this team throughout the season. This was an ugly blow, but the Lions did put it on the Bucs defense. Yeah, I get it. Baker and them only put up 9 points. Okay, I get it. But 78-yard rushing touchdown, you can do that on the Tampa too. You sure can. You sure can. So that's the thing about the Tampa 2 defense. Anything outside of 50 yards, you can scorch that defense. Anything inside 30, it's hard. It gets hard. That's the only thing about the Tampa 2. Open fieldness, all day. Short fieldness, you're in a little bit of trouble. But again, 78 yards ain't hard to get a touchdown on the Tampa 2. I'm sorry, it's not. There's too much field, especially with speed. This is what it is. But a disappointing loss for the Bucs. That one hurt. That one hurt real bad. Lions win 24-9 on Monday Night Showdown at home. And then we move over to our double header. I'm serious. I'm loving these Monday night double headers. Take Thursdays away. Just make Monday night double headers always. And if you, again, I'll take a Sunday night double header. I don't care. But I don't like Thursday games, man. Thursday games are the weakest week. They're the weakest game of the week. I'm sorry. But we got the second game was Texans and the Seahawks. Seahawks are rolling. Boy, I love seeing Sam Darnold play good football. I'm sorry. Look, he came out as a rookie. I was hoping for the best. It didn't work out. I was like, ooh, this sucks. And then he went to the Panthers, like, golly, it's just not working. And now he's somewhere. He went to the Vikings. It looked good. They got 12 wins. They lost in the playoffs. And now he's with the Seahawks, and it looks even better. It looks even better. So much so, okay, Google, how many passing yards does Sam Darnold have? Okay, Google, how many passing yards does Sam Darnold have through 7 weeks? Oh, my God. I swear to God I could do this. That's fine. We would do it ourselves. We would do the hard labor ourselves. Go look at that real quick. Sam Darnold. Let's see. Because he might be. Whoa. This MVP race is getting tight. Go ahead, throw him in there, guys. We found out our 4th or 5th. It is Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold. So we got Baker, Drake, Dak, Darnold. And who was my other one? I'll find them. But so far, those are our 4 right now. Those are the 4 right now. I know there's another one. I know I had another one that's up there. But we got Baker, Dak, Drake May, and Sam Darnold right now. But great win from the Seahawks, 27 to, what was that? Where'd my thing go? Oh, 27-19. Texans, again, they don't have a good team. Like, that's very noticeable. Like, there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. They don't have an offense. They have barely any receivers. They don't have a running game. Offensive line could use some work. And they just have a good defense. That's it. So we'll hopefully see a little bit more out of them coming here soon. But like when I say soon, like in the next year or two, they've kind of taken a step back. And honestly, with the way they've been playing, I don't think you can pay CJ Stroud. I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. All right, so let's head over to the comments and see what we got going for you guys today. What's good, Dave? How you been? It's been a while, my boy. Niori, how we doing today? Thank you for showing up. Coach, I needed 22 points to win my matchup and had Amika and Nico Collins left. Oh. Niori, it gets like that sometimes. I'm so sorry. It really does. Let's see. Someone offered me Ramondre for K9. So you mean you would give them Ramondre and you would get K9? If that's the case, then yeah, because you got too many Patriots on your team, so you gotta let a couple of them go. Let's see here. Sports Spotlight. Hey, how you doing today? Thank you for showing. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. What's up? I need some quarterback help. I got you. What you need? I need a quarterback, and available is Penix, Rodgers, and Rattler. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. I do like Rod. Let me see who's playing. There we go. Let's look at Rodgers real quick. See who he's playing this week. Or we might just have to stream quarterbacks this week. Is what it sounds like. They're playing Green Bay. They're playing Green Bay, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to give you 4 touchdowns, but he can give you. I'm not sold on Green Bay's defense. So he can give you same 249 yards, I think 2 touchdowns. So I can do Aaron Rodgers against Green Bay this week. Let's look at Rattler. He hasn't been playing too bad. Let's look at Spencer Rattler. Oh, yes, he has. He's playing horrible. These fantasy points are atrocious. So Rattler is a no. That is an absolute no. And who was your last one? I think it was Penix. Let's see who Penix plays this week. All right, Michael Penix is questionable. No, we're going to go with Aaron Rodgers this week. Ooh, I don't know. Michael Penix has Miami. I don't know. I don't like Michael Penix against Miami, though, because even when he played bad teams, like his highest was Washington with 18 points. No, sorry, Tampa Bay was 24 points. Week 1. And against Carolina, dude only had 3 points. That was horrible. No, I'm not. It's Aaron Rodgers for me against Aaron Rodgers against Green Bay. I'm definitely doing that one. Cardo! Nice. That was nice. That's nice. I like that. I love seeing that. So I'm assuming you are number 1 in R2L right now. Let's see. I definitely need a wide receiver. Okay. Cowboys are number 2. Okay, perfect. So number 1 would be, I want to say it's either the Buffalo in the NFC. It's either the Bucks or who? Okay, Google, who's number 1 in the NFC? No, not South. Of course you don't. You dumb. What NFL team is number 1 in the NFC? Let's see. Let's look at the conference. So Colts are number 1 in the AFC, and there's no way. Wow. The Packers are actually. No, this has got to be old. This is old. This has to be old. No, this is right now. Cowboys are actually not number. They're not number 2. No way. Really? It's the Packers. 49ers are number 2. Because the 49ers are only 5-2. Cowboys are 3-1. I gotta be looking at that. No. Maybe I'm right. I'm looking at it. Looking at the right season. They have 3 losses and they aren't 3rd in the NFC. Yeah, they're not number 2 either. Oh, in the NFC East. Okay, yes. But in the NFC altogether, they're like way at the bottom. Okay. That's clarification. No problem, Legacy. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad I was able to help you. I'm glad you're still here so I'm not sure if you've been here before, but on Tuesdays, what I like to do is I like to do a game recap of all the games that played and kind of look at my, which I didn't right now, but I like to look at how many wins I got right and wrong. But when I get done with that, and then I go into, if I have enough, I go into questions and questions in the comment section. So thank you for tuning in and staying around and waiting for your answer to be answered, your question to be answered. But yes, again, I would definitely go with Aaron Rodgers against Green Bay over Spencer Rattler and over Michael Penix. Both of them have had horrible fantasy numbers. At least we can try to piggyback off of Aaron Rodgers' 22 points and see if he can replicate somewhere near that between 18 and 25. You know what I mean? Just depending on how he does against Green Bay's defense. Again, Green Bay's defense is not a great defense. Maybe top 15, maybe right underneath that. Hey, Neo, how you doing? How you doing? No problem. I'm not sure if you heard my question, but I was asking, were they off? Did the person want to take Ramondre from you, and did they want to give you K9? And if that's the case, I would do that because you have too many Patriots on your team. You need to fix that. You have like 4 Patriots. So yeah, you got to get that. You need to fix that and get one of them for now off your roster. Ramondre will be fine. As you can see, the Patriots are a air team right now, so they're not leaning on the running back as much. All right, guys. So if there are not any more questions or any more comments that we have for me, this one was a short show. Let me see. Yeah. So you're taking K9. So yeah, I would do that trade. Absolutely. Yeah, just to you have too many Patriots. Because the minute they go on bye week, half your roster is gone. You'll have nobody. So yeah, that's fine. I can dig that trade. But all right, so please guys, we'll be back tomorrow to tune in. Here's my handle. If you need to talk to me between now and tomorrow, if you have any football questions between now and tomorrow, I am always available. There he is. There it is. So you can reach me at any one of these handles any time of the day if you need to ask Coach any questions. We'll be back tomorrow, where we're going to go over week 8. We're going to get ready for week 8. Get you guys ready for your get your lineups ready. We got the waiver wires opening up tomorrow, so you guys want to make sure we're paying attention to the waiver wires if there's anything available right now. Excuse me. And basically getting you guys a lineup set up, who to start, who to sit. If there's any sleepers out there, any streamers out there for the weekend, we'll go over all of that tomorrow. I don't have anything available for me today. I don't know if I'm doing my show too early for them guys, because I like to pull a lot of my info off of Instagram. Some guys have some really good reports that I like to read and go through, but sometimes they don't get them until sometimes they'll be there in the morning, and sometimes I probably won't get it until later in the afternoon, which will be for tomorrow's show. So that's no big deal. Oh, we got 4 more comments real quick. Let's see. Patriots do have an easy schedule. I thought, yeah. They have a 10-win schedule, I think. I think I had them winning 10 or 11 games this year, so it wasn't too bad. I had a number 2 behind Buffalo, which right now they're number 1. When do you stream games? What do you mean? Like the games that I'm watching, or like video games? I hate to say it because I do stream on Twitch when I play a lot of Fortnite. So when you say when do I stream games, I do have to ask, do you mean like NFL games or obviously, gaming games? Now, if you mean NFL, I haven't yet. And it is a little hard because it is a little hard to stream the NFL games only because I work on Sundays. So I get to watch I watch all the games all day, but I watch the first half at home, get ready for work, I go to work at 4, and basically watch the rest of the games in the kitchen while I'm cooking. Sanitarily, because I don't touch my phone. I have it nice and set up in front of me where I can see everything. But basically, yeah. So, but video games. So the way my streaming works, I won't be streaming tonight because I have to take my wife to the airport in the morning. Okay, perfect. Oh, thank you for following. Okay, so today, like tonight, I won't be streaming. I actually will not stream tonight because I have to get up at 2:30 and I have to take my wife to the airport. She has to do something for. She has to go to Chicago for. I don't want to call it a seminar. It's like basically she's going to school for to be a family psychiatrist, and she's doing it online, but they do a thing where they actually all the students have to go to Northwestern because that's where she's going to school. So they all have to meet up, basically meet each other, it's like a meet and greet thing, but it's for where they learn and do more hands-on things for school. So she's going to be doing that this week. So I'm taking her to the airport in the morning. But tomorrow, after the show, I will be streaming. I'm going to be streaming right now, actually, too. So when I get off of here, I'm actually heading over to Twitch to start streaming. So I will be streaming on Twitch in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. And then on Wednesday, I'll be back after tomorrow's show. I'll be streaming again in the afternoon before I go to work. And then I'll be streaming at night when I get off of work. So I get off work at 11. I usually get home around 12:30. I usually stream from, and this is Eastern Standard Time, by the way. I usually stream from 12:30 in the morning till about 2:33 in the morning. Normally on Mondays and Tuesdays, I am off, and I stream from 10 p.m. till about 2 a.m. So that's what I did yesterday. But again, tonight, there will be no stream tonight. I'm going to be streaming this afternoon, I'm going to be streaming right now as soon as I get off here. But tonight, there will be no stream because I have to get up at 2 in the morning. So hopefully that helps. And soon, I'm still working out things in Twitch. So soon I'll have like an actual schedule set up. I'm still waiting on getting a lot of other things set up with Twitch. So right now I stream from the Xbox, but I have a microphone. We'll be able to talk. You'll be able to hear me. And I'll be able to communicate with you. So I will be getting ready to do that. And like again, about the next 10, 15 minutes, I'll be streaming Fortnite. So if you want to chat with Culture of Football, you can come over there and hang out with me while I'm streaming. All right, guys. So if you guys have no other questions for Coach, I will be back tomorrow, same time, 9:30 a.m. And we'll be getting ready for week 8. We are halfway through the NFL season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sad and excited at the same time. All right, guys. I love you guys. I enjoyed the show. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.